Hello again, my friends. Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, you barbarians. Today, I want to be looking at one of the new scout rifles that came to the game with Season 19, Season of the Seraph, and this one in particular drops from the new dungeon, Spire of the Watcher. I'm talking about the Long Arm Scout Rifle. The background gameplay is just going to be for entertainment purposes. This is one Crucible match where I did relatively well with it, so I wanted to showcase what it could do in PvP. But having said that, this thing is certainly a beast in PvE as well, just to keep that in mind as we go through this review. So this is actually not only from the Spire of the Watcher dungeon, but this can be acquired from the first true encounter in the dungeon, which is Ascend the Spire, and happens to be the easiest encounter to either do solo or as a group. You could farm this encounter very fast. So taking a look at the stats here, we have 100 impact, very high for this archetype of scout, which is a DMT archetype. It's also known in the game as kind of the legendary version of DMT. The role I have before I go any further is subsistence and explosive payload. So I really enjoyed that role, but we'll get into more of that later. The range, 55. The damage fall off, roughly just under 40 meters from the hip, and then just under 70 meters, which is wild while ADSing or aiming down sights. 25 stability, quite low. Handling 53, which isn't too bad. Reload speed of 45, which is noticeably quite slow. However, it does reload 2 at a time when you're reloading, so 2 bullets at once. Reload time of 2.29 seconds. Aim assist 52. Inventory size 54, zoom 18, airborne effectiveness 14, recoil direction of 72, and a bounce intensity of 28. So how much is it bouncing, per after each shot or each trigger pull, the bounce intensity relative to where you were initially aiming. Rounds per minute, so as I mentioned earlier, it's in that DMT archetype. It has 120 rounds per minute is what it's capable of firing, with a magazine of 15. I do know that my particular role here, I think I have 17 in total in the magazine, so a few more bullets there to work with. So this thing, as you can see, this is a great map for it, wide open lanes. You can also have some close encounters here on Altar of Flame. This I'm pairing with my Thoughtless sniper rifle. You're just going to see some generic Crucible gameplay. I did get a Wee-Ran in this game. Granted, I played very cautiously. I used Sight and Ramparts just for fun. I saw they were the meta. I haven't actually used them in many seasons, so I upgraded them and kind of took them for a spin. They've always done the same thing, so I don't know why this season they're all of a sudden becoming an exotic that stands out so much. But maybe I'll make a separate video on that piece. So just the way this scout rifle feels as you're using it, in my opinion, is really nice. It's hard hitting, high impact. I like the sound of it. I like the way it fires, the way it reloads. And sometimes in Destiny you just find that gun that feels right. It could go against what the best review of it might be. Oh no. But for you as a player, the most important thing is that it feels right for you in your hands as you play, whether it be on console or PC. Now taking a look at some of the perks. This is just a perk pool pulled from light.gg, so feel free to check out that website if you haven't already. I'm sure you have, with some recommendations on the best roles. Now again, I'm unsure of the barrel selection and the scope for mine, but these are the top picks as you can see here. Looking at the third and fourth column in particular, subsistence, this is on my PvP role. It says it's the best for PvE, which I don't disagree with. It's very good in that context as well. And the golden trait, if you will, being explosive payload, which I will say in both PvP and PvE sandbox, just is amazingly fun to use. There's no drawbacks whatsoever. I would like a PvP role that has probably either hip fire grip or rapid hit. Probably hip fire grip with, opening shot perhaps, or adrenaline junkie. I don't know, something fun. But the role I have now definitely does the job. Rapid hit, I haven't got one with that as a role as of yet. You know, opening shot, of course, just that first initial bullet, getting some additional aim assist and accuracy on that shot. I do want a dragonfly roll, which I have not seen either. I have farmed for this, maybe 40 or 50 runs of Ascend the Spire. So not too many, but I'll still be trying to go for it here as Season 19 kind of hits a lull point where content becomes relatively dry, which is typically the case before, you know, a big expansion comes out. So I'm curious what you guys think. Have you gotten one? Have you played the new dungeon at all? And if you have gotten a long arm, what's your role? Feel free to drop a comment below. I'd love to hear it. And I think I might do in my next video on the PvE, more specifically, how it plays. PvP, there really, I would say, isn't a drawback to using this thing. And that brings us to the end of this video. Stay tuned for the rest of the gameplay. Nothing too crazy happens here. If the game went longer, I think we could have gotten a 50 kill streak one, but yeah, it just didn't happen. So stay tuned for another video. Not sure what I'm going to make next, but thank you for watching this one. See you guys next time.
Sound tactics bring victory. You fight like a demon for these zones. Bring me your friends. I need more like you.